Hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we never give up, and as long as we keep fighting.
It is now official. CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any in modern American politics. Now, we can make this projection now because CNN projects that Donald Trump has won Wisconsin. You can see right there, currently ahead by 30,000 votes with 99% of the vote in. Mr. Trump is only the second former president in U.S. history to be re-elected to the White House. He will return to office after 2 impeachments in his first term, followed by unprecedented criminal indictments and felony convictions. Mr. Trump scoring a landmark victory as he now heads back to power, leading a politically divided nation. Again, CNN projects that Donald J. Trump is elected the 47th president of the United States.
Critical breaking news. NBC News, that's Nebraska. NBC News has confirmed that Donald J. Trump is the winner of Pennsylvania. We got Nebraska on the board. They're going to switch it out. Pennsylvania, seen as really the prize, 19 electoral votes. Donald Trump, the projected winner, according to NBC News, for Pennsylvania. Donald Trump will be speaking in a couple of minutes in Florida. We're going to obviously go to him when he does begin to speak. Quickly, David, I want to go back to you. You mentioned $50 oil, and this is very important. A lot of people think that Donald Trump is, quote, good for the oil industry. I would argue he's probably good for the services companies like Baker Hughes, Halliburton, the ones that help people drill. But if we drill, baby, drill, and there's more supply than demand, I think your point is very well taken about $50 or even lower oil.
100%, Brian. But I mean, we're talking about what's good for the American public. I know the oil companies are near and dear to many hearts, people who watch the shows here and trade the stocks. But this is something that will really change the balance for the American consumer and American business, and people like Tillman, who you had on there, that has a pretty big energy bill with all the hotels and everything else that he's running. This is a big deal. It's a big story, and it really is, as Jay said earlier in one of the segments, this is the key to understanding Donald Trump's plan. This is how you get lower inflation, lower unemployment, and lower interest rates all at the same time, and not have a sort of standard Keynesian storyline that the only way to get inflation down is to kind of blow up the economy and raise the unemployment rate and weaken growth.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one, and a really good one. So let me be one of the tens of millions of people in America to say, Donald Trump for the win. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Okay. I know I didn't put out a video last night. I was thinking about it, doing a reaction and setting everything up, but I just had to watch everything play out. Okay. And all day today, since last night, the left have been losing their minds. Once again. Orange man bad. Democracy's under attack. People are going to start getting arrested, being put in prison, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay? I mean, what exactly did the left think was going to happen? What, that Kamala was going to win? No. Okay? They knew this from the beginning. They knew that they had to try something. I mean, there's footage out there, the way some of the polling centers in Pennsylvania were being tampered with. It was going on yesterday, early in the day before. In a lot of areas, it was where they knew there was a big Republican population, and all of a sudden it was coming to light, and they just didn't know what to do. And there's also other questions coming out, okay, that people are bringing up, but we'll see what happens with it. The fact that, how is it that if Biden won 81 million votes or whatever the case was, people are asking, where are those extra 20 million voters for Kamala? If they even existed for Joe, that is. Okay? But I'm putting this video together so we can go through and see all the liberals start melting down. Or not all of them, you know, a big handful, because if I had to do a video of all the liberals breaking down, I mean, I might as well just do a live stream for a week straight and not even touch the surface, okay, of how it's going to go on and on and on. But to everyone out there, we persevered. We got our boy back in. The coach is back on the field. The grown-ups have taken over. And the left, not only here in America, but I guarantee you around the world, are scurrying around like a bunch of roaches once the lights have been turned on and are trying to figure out what to do. As a matter of fact, you just heard Kamala talk. That was just a small piece. You can hear it in her voice. Like that woman wanted to break down like her most important piece of family memorabilia was destroyed in a fire. Okay? And you know what? And that does not make me feel bad one bit whatsoever. And if anybody else feels bad for her, and all you liberals out there that are crying because she lost, especially all you weak simp men out there that are crying, just remember, while her and Joe were in power, and they still are for another, 2 months, but the past 4 years, nearly 4 years, because of their policies, many innocent people have been shedding tears, okay, because they have lost loved ones due to their policies, and they will not be back, okay? So you people can cry all you want and yell and scream and put your fake little crying videos on TikTok and on YouTube and on Twitter or X, or, whatever the case is, on Facebook. Me personally, I laugh at it all. That's number one. Number two, what kind of a person makes a video crying and puts it out as if it's supposed to be genuine? You're looking for the clicks and the likes. You know that's what it is. Okay? Clickbait. Well, I'm going to give you some clickbait. Okay? I'm going to play some videos that have been put out so like that you people can see how ridiculous you look. Okay? Were you crying to all the people who have lost their jobs because of Biden's policies? Were you crying for all the people that could barely make a choice of whether to put gas in their vehicle or feed their children with the left's policies? Were you out there crying for all the innocent women and children that have been raped and or murdered or even kidnapped and put into sex trafficking because of the left's policies? And now you're going to cry because a woman that all she does is lie, doesn't have the chance to do it for another 4 years? Well, good. Cry all you want. Cry a river. I really don't care. And a lot of people in America don't care. They're sick of it. They're over it. Okay, so we're going to go into this, people. I am so happy. Congratulations to everybody that, they went out there and voted and stood by Trump. I say congratulations because you know what? You stayed the course. You got the prize. We got the prize. And we know that better things are ahead of us. Okay? It's going to be rough. I had one of my subscribers ask me, once this is, once he wins the election, what kind of content is going to be put out? This content's not going to stop because we all know, give it a couple of days, and definitely till after January 6th. The next 4 years are going to get better, but it's still not going to go without a hitch as far as the left, wanting to do something. Trust me, they're going to try everything they can to just keep this fake, bogus, traitorous, communist, sadistic agenda going. Okay? So, before I continue, couple of quick things. Number one, I want to thank all my subscribers and all my new subscribers here on YouTube and on Rumble. So don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. If it's your first time watching the channel and you like the content, please subscribe. Also, if it's your first time watching it and you have anybody in your family that is upset, okay, that Trump won, subscribe. Join this movement, and hopefully maybe you can lead them to the channel, and maybe they can get, you know, some kind of some knowledge or something. Anything that I could put out, or anything that they would see and say, you know what, they have to start second guessing, why is it that not only do they support Kamala, but why are they still part of the leftist agenda that's going on? Okay. And another thing I want to I'll say it later on in the video. I want to give a special shout out to Lou Valentino, and I want to send him a message, so stay tuned for that. But we're going to start with on PBD's podcast last night, that Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks. We're going to start out with his mental breakdown. Here we go.
Turks, Cenk, can you hear me?
I can, brother, I can.
Cenk,
Woo!
be cool.
Love that reaction.
Cenk, first of all, you said you were gonna do it. I respect you for joining us. I know it's 1 o'clock. You're up here with us. People can agree or disagree, say whatever they want about you. You've been a fighter since day one. And you and I have had some of the best conversations together, respectfully disagreeing, and I appreciate that about our relationship together. However,
I like the way in the background, the Young Turks, it says TYT 2024, the final election. Good Lord.
being on tonight, I was hearing that you were giving your message and you were a little bit somber about what's going on right now with the story. DNC chair just came out and said she's not going to come out to give the speech tonight. Trump right now is on his way to Palm Beach to maybe give his victory speech. New York Times just came out saying Trump's going to win 299. We had the Rasmussen CEO on, Mark Mitchell, giving his perspective. Where do you stand right now with 1 o'clock in the morning with Kamala versus Trump?
Yeah, she can still win, but
Yeah, okay.
but
Bye.
I love the way they're gigging on him. She could still win. They're like, yeah, okay. Hold on 1 second. I forgot to let everybody know I got Joe Biden here, and he has a couple of, a word he wants to say. Hold on 1 second. What was that, Joe? What happened? Trump won Pennsylvania? Yeah, that's right, he did.
okay. You guys want to hear the full sentence?
No.
But
Yes.
she is still losing, and Donald Trump is likely to win.
So how the hell are you saying she could still win, but she's still losing and Donald Trump is likely to win? That makes no damn sense. And this guy has, like, how many followers that believe this crap? Unbelievable.
So, look, on the Young Turks, we're honest.
Yeah, right.
And so we've been covering it honestly the whole time.
No, you haven't.
I said that Donald Trump had a better chance of winning about a week ago, but
Nah.
I've been saying it for about a month. At the end, a bunch of polls that came out said that Kamala Harris was likely to win, but it looks like they were wrong. And so right now, as things stand, I just came off the Young Turks show where I lit into the Democratic Party.
Why?
Bunch of losers, corporate Democrats.
Oh, really?
I hate them. They've cost us election after election.
Really?
They're
Wow.
corrupt. And they lost.
You know, it's funny that this man was saying that Donald Trump wants to be a dictator, but he's over here admitting that the Democrats have lost them election after election. So that means that you just want the Democratic Party to just win every single time. Who sounds like a dictator now? Okay? I mean, it's just ridiculous how this man is going to come out here and say something like this. And here's the funny thing that I want to get to in a little while. Like I said, giving a shout out to Lou Valentino. He pointed out something last night, that New York was called basically within 20 minutes from as soon as they started counting ballots, they had already called it for Kamala. Okay? Something that is very suspect. So for him to come out and say that the Democrats cost him election after election, then explain New York how they called it for Kamala with like, what was it, 8? I think it was 8 or 12% of the counting had just started and they had already called it. Okay? This man is just upset that they couldn't rig it good enough in order to steal another election like they did in 2020. Let's continue.
It looks like to a syphilitic clown, total moron, con man Donald Trump.
Here we go.
So, if you lose to a buffoon like Donald Trump twice, what does that make you?
So let me ask you.
Okay, hold on one second. He just said, if you lose to a buffoon like Donald Trump twice, what does that mean? It's like, hold on one second. Joe didn't lose twice to Donald Trump. Kamala lost once, okay, but at the same time, she was never president, okay? And you would think, Cenk or Jenk or whichever way you pronounce your name, you would think that you would open up your eyes and say, you know what, wait a minute, okay? If anything, Trump won fair and square against Joe Biden, okay? Oh, wait, I'm sorry, against Kamala. Why? Because it's your party that decided to oust Biden a few months ago and stick Kamala Harris in. What did you think was going to happen? Did you think it was just going to be cut and dry and that she was going to be the next president and continue with this communist, socialist, fascist dictatorship? Did you really think that was going to happen? Well, guess what? Okay, Cenk or Jenk or whichever way you say your name, that is not what happens in the real world. In the real world, anybody that does wrong, after a while, it will get called out and they will lose. And that's exactly what happened last night. America was fed up with it. Even people in your own party were fed up with it. And they decided to say, you know what? This is not what we signed up for. This is not the kind of life we want. And we sure as shit don't want another 4 years, okay, of a Obama-Biden leftist regime going on in America.
Hang on, guys. Hang on.
I got an echo, by the way.
I want to ask you a follow-up question because can you listen? Hang tight. Cenk, question for you. Truly a question that you're a business guy. You've been running a business for a while. You're not with one of these mainstream guys. You're not MSNBC. You were in the past. You came from you left. You said you're going to do your own thing. Young Turks, it has a history of doing great things, millions of subscribers on what you've been able to pull off. But let me ask you, are you at a point where maybe the American people are just sitting there looking at a few policies being presented by the Democrats saying, this is just weird?
Exactly.
Are you at a point that you're willing to accept that some of the directions the party's gone, they're losing Democrats? Democrats are leaving the party because it just doesn't sound like the John F. Kennedy Democrats from 50, 40, 60 years ago. It's just a very weird party today. Is that where you are, or no, you're just saying they have bad leaders?
So it depends on which side of the policy you're talking about.
All of them.
So if you're saying economic policies, our economic policies are super popular. So paid family leave, which most Republicans agree with.
That doesn't help America.
Higher wages, most Republicans agree with. Money out of politics, most Republicans agree with. But when you talk about some of the social issues, I warned some of my leftist friends, do not go too extreme. So I believe in trans rights, but saying that trans detainees should get taxpayer-funded surgeries makes no sense, and I knew that it would be deeply unpopular. But leftists sat there and said, no, we know everything, Cenk. You've been on the air 22 years, you've got 27 million subscribers, but you don't know anything. This is going to be super popular. So my leftist friends, how'd that turn out for you?
Huh.
So we are honest on the Young Turks. So
No, you was honest as much as you wanted to be honest, but to tell you the truth, you spewed more lies and more BS than anything else. That your own co-host, Anna, okay, is basically, for all intents and purposes, if anybody could read between the lines, she's basically, in my opinion, wanting to just get out the door. Okay? Because you say all this now, okay, with your tail tucked, tucked between your legs, like the little beat up puppy that you are, but you really didn't push back enough. Okay? All you did is what you just did a few minutes ago by just call Trump names. Okay? And if anybody brought it up, you actually defended more of the leftist policies than anything else. All right? Because had you really stood by your guns like you're saying that you was against a lot of these things on the left, you would not be supporting the left. Because they haven't given up on their draconian, weird policies. What did you think? By staying in their party but disagreeing with some of their stuff that it was going to change? No. You had every choice, every right, every chance to say, you know what? Let me make a choice right now to let people know that I'm serious. I am not for this party. Therefore, I will not keep supporting this party. But you didn't do that. So you got what you deserve. Anyway, that's enough of this dude. Okay? Let's get to the meltdowns. Here we go.
This is all prank, right? Like we're just gonna wake up tomorrow morning and everything's gonna go back to the way it'll be a psych. It'll be like a really bad dream, and none of this will ever happen. Right?
She said it'll be a psych.
Be like the first time, and then we're all gonna pull through fine in 4 years.
Oh,
correct?
Yeah,
Please?
we are. We're gonna be
Someone
fine.
tell me.
We'll be
I can
fine
tell you
tomorrow.
one thing right now. Marriage is the farthest thing from on the table currently. So they screwed the pooch on that one if they thought that any of this was going to actually help with the whole family and kids department and lowering birth rates, because that, not even. Any
Really?
semblance of thoughts I had or hope for that is completely going to be a no thanks for me, love.
That's
I
good.
think I would ever even dare bring a child into this country now. It was rough before. Now, no, that's cute. And the men, don't even get me started about dating. To think I was still entertaining a few moderates here and there sometimes. No, honey, no, not.
Well, not for nothing, sweetheart, but to tell you the truth, I mean, you're not making any threats to America if you don't want to have any children. If anything, and I hate to say it this way, not trying to sound rude, but if you're going to have a child just to raise them up on leftist ideologies, you're actually doing America and the rest of the world a favor. That's number one. Number two, as far as you saying that you was entertaining moderate men or anything like that, I do not know of any moderate man, especially any man from the right, that would want to spend time with you. But I mean, like I said, you're not hurting anybody. You're actually doing the people a favor. If you feel so, how can I say, you feel so butthurt, okay, that Kamala didn't win. I just hope that you remember, if you actually think that bringing a child into this world, if Kamala would have won, Tim Walz would have been passing laws to basically, if you had a boy, I should say, teaching them that it was okay to put tampon dispensers in the boys' bathrooms. And if you had a girl, then he probably would have been pushing legislation to basically indoctrinate your child, your girl, all right, letting her know that she can be a boy. So, you know what? You're not doing anybody any favors. Let's get to the next meltdown. Here we go.
How did we get here? How did we get here? What in the Alice in Wonderland nightmares is going on right now? All I can say is, how fucking dare you?
What?
You voted for that man?
How dare you? That's funny. I didn't know that was, what's her name? You people know. How dare you? That little British chick or wherever she's from. Okay, we got to hear this again. How dare you? How dare we what? Win?
Now, all I can say is, how fucking dare you?
Whoa.
If you voted for that man, if you voted for anybody other than Kamala, and you live in one of the states that it was, close, or if you didn't vote, fuck you.
Oh.
Go.
Oh no, not Grandma.
I chose family. I chose women. I chose America. I love you.
How the
Oh man, let's get back to this fucking dude. Listen to this.
I chose family. I chose women.
It actually looks like I think Sean Penn is crying. And what's with the bullseye on his head? What a moron.
I chose America. I love you.
How the fuck is this still happening?
Easy.
All I've ever known politically is hatred.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Whoa.
I'm done with you.
Whoa.
I'm done with you and your mother and your sister.
Oh.
I'm just done with all of this.
I'm sorry to all my friends who are Trump supporters.
In case anybody wants to know, I got this from X. This was on realalexjones.com. Check it out.
I don't understand how scared of this man I am. If this guy does end up winning again, all of the people who voted for him will be like happy and they'll just be celebrating. And everyone else, everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. Like, we're
scared of what?
We're scared for our lives, we're scared for our friends. How dare you put this man into office for...
Okay, Greta Thunberg. That's what I'm thinking about. She keeps saying, "How dare you?" You know, I don't understand. And I'm laughing at it, but it's actually sad, okay? And it's very cynical. The way the left could put so much false information, okay, in young people's minds. And if you look at all these girls, okay, they're all pretty girls, okay? They shouldn't have a hard time, you know, going, you know, finding someone and you know, living a good life. But it's their mind, their mentality, okay, has been hijacked by these evil people, okay, in government. Like that last girl that says, let me go back. I mean, because it's ridiculous for her to think that anything is going to happen to them.
This man I am. If this guy does end up winning again, all of the people who voted for him will be like happy and they'll just be celebrating. And everyone else, everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. Like, we're scared for our lives, we're scared for our...
You see right there, we're scared for our lives. What policies did Donald Trump do when he was president the last time that cost anybody their lives? Okay, what policies now is he entertaining, okay, for America that is going to cost people their lives? I tell you, the Democrat Party, they are definitely doing the enemy's work by eating up their heads. And in my opinion, in all honesty, all jokes aside, right now at the moment, you know, these people seriously need to sit down and start making a connection with God, so they can start understanding that, you know what, God's going to free your mind from having the enemy take over or sending somebody to take over all your thoughts to make you think like this. Okay? Because when Donald Trump lost, when he lost in 2020, do I believe that there were people out there that were upset, they were crying? I believe it. I really do. Okay, there were some people, you know, they were probably thinking, you know, things are going to get harder. But when it comes down to this level of meltdown, that you're saying that people are scared, they're in fear for their life, what exactly is it? What exactly is it that you're afraid for your life about? You make it seem like there's going to be paddy wagons going around just scooping people up, okay, for whatever reason, and they're going to send you guys off to the gulags or to, you know, somewhere, some internment camp or forgive me for saying it the way, or, you know, some gas chamber. It's like, how they think like this is beyond me. But it's not surprising that the Democrats could just keep repeating, okay, this, it's like this demonic mantra over and over and over again for years. Imagine after Biden won in 2020, if they would have just left Donald Trump alone, if the mainstream media had nothing else to talk about, talked about other things besides putting all this fear for the past 4 years. And by looking at some of these girls, they got to be, you know, their late teens, maybe early 20s. So that means from the time they were like 14, 15, 16, they've been hearing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again since 2016. If they even were into politics, they have been listening for the past 8 years. Okay, the same fear-mongering from the left every single damn day, every day. Literally every single day. Unreal.
Our friends. How dare you
Okay, Greta.
put this man into office for another 4 years, knowing damn well what it means for our country, what it means for us as a people. To know that there is that much ignorance and that much hate in this country, it's so terrifying. It's so terrifying.
Unreal.
The fuck are we back in this same situation again?
Wow.
Who the fuck is voting for him?
Wow.
Genuinely.
Fuck you. I don't want to hear about how shitty your life.
Unbelievable. All they do is curse. I gotta stop it before I can't monetize this this video. But let's get on to the next set of meltdowns. Here we go. Libs of TikTok put this one out. This one's the best coming from this dude. I mean, to me, I'm just like, dude, you seriously gave up your man card. I didn't even think you were able to apply for a man card. Check this out.
Well, Donald Trump is now our 47th President of the United States of America. This election was not even close, which I find odd considering Kamala Harris's rallies. However, how can that compete when you have Elon Musk paying $1 million per day to encourage people to vote for Donald Trump?
It's funny, he says, how can you compete when Elon Musk is giving out $1 million a day, whatever the case is, which is all false. That wasn't even the way it went down. That's number one. Number two, has he been under a rock? Because there has been nothing but content creators that are putting content out saying that they've been approached by Kamala Harris and her campaign offering $50,000, $30,000, $40,000. She's been paying all these celebrities, okay, to go and put out content in favor of her campaign. Matter of fact, there is a rumor going around, and it's probably true, okay, that when she got Cardi B, I think it was, to go and, you know, give a few words of encouragement or whatever the case, I don't know if it was Cardi B or whoever the hell it was, but supposedly the price tag for that was $26 million. So he's over here saying, how are they supposed to win if Elon Musk is giving away $1 million? First of all, it was supposedly a raffle, and it was only started about 10 days ago. Okay, and the information that I got, only one person supposedly was drawn in the raffle and got it. So what? $1 million given to just some regular person. Okay, but Kamala took your taxpayer money, buddy, and mine. Okay, I shouldn't say mine. I'm hoping that it was whatever money you donated, and was able to give a female music artist, supposedly, okay, millions of dollars, just to show up and say a few words and not even be there for more than 10 minutes or whatever the case was. Even if she was there for an hour, nobody is worth that much on behalf of anyone's campaign. Okay? See, at least Elon Musk, if he was going to give that money away, he was giving it to somebody out in the street, some civilian. $1 million made their lives better. Or your campaign did, I should say, or Kamala Harris's campaign did, was give a rich person more money. And it didn't work. Unreal.
Trump. Personally, I'm disgusted by that.
Of course you would be.
I'm disgusted enough to delete my ex account.
Bye, Felicia.
I'm disgusted enough to never order a Tesla as long as I shall live.
He's gonna get rid of his Twitter account and never buy a Tesla. Unbelievable. This man thinks that he is an everyday Joe. Listen, brother, if you think that you have the money to go out there and buy a Tesla, you are not part of normal society. Okay? You're not down here on the level of us poor folk. Okay? Get that through your head. And another fun fact, people, I don't know if it's true or not, but rumors going around also that Bette Midler is so upset that she deleted her X account. Whoopity-doo.
I want to take this moment to congratulate those of you who voted for Donald Trump, which was the overwhelming majority of Americans. You chose to vote for a dictatorship.
Here we go.
And that is what you will get.
Right.
America is no longer the land of the free.
No, it's not.
You have chosen, by siding with Donald Trump, to throw our United States Constitution and our United States flag in the garbage.
Wow.
Personally, I am embarrassed.
You know, it's funny that he says that. I wonder if he feels the same way watching all these pro-Palestinian protesters, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and all that, burning American flags. I wonder if he thinks like that. Because, once again, when Donald Trump was president the first time, didn't see anybody on the right doing that. No, it was people on the left doing it. They were the ones throwing the flags in the trash. They were the ones burning the American flag. They were the ones stomping it down. They were the ones engaging in taking down the American flag and hoisting up their own flags from different countries, mind you. And you're talking about a dictatorship? Dude, you're a punk, dude. Let's get to the next one.
I hate to be the person that gets on here and cries. But this could break me and my parents apart because they just don't understand what they voted for and like what it means and the bigotry and hatred that they stand behind and how I am trying to be a good person. I'm not Catholic like they are, which is...
Oh, okay, you're not Catholic like they are, so I'm sorry, sweetheart, but your argument goes out the window. Number one, I don't know how old this woman is. I mean, I'd say she's got to be mid to late 20s or something like that. And your parents have been raising you, making these decisions way before you were even born. Okay? They've come this far. It seems like they've raised you in a good way, but you decided to go get a nose ring like all the other lefties. Okay? And you chose a side. Okay? And now you're saying that this decision might break your family apart. The decisions that your family made, okay, like I said, probably have been working to this point. The decision that you made by choosing the left and putting a nose ring in your nose, did your parents think the same way? No, they didn't. You know why? Because they love you. But yet you're saying because they voted for Trump that it's gonna, you think it's gonna break your family apart. The only one that's gonna break that family apart, and I pray to God that it doesn't, it's gonna be you. You're the one that's gonna make the choice to break away from your family. Because they've loved you, I guess I can say, unconditionally, but you want it your way, like the spoiled little brat you are, the spoiled little indoctrinated leftist that you have become.
It's ironic because it's religion's supposed to make you love.
Right.
But I could see it like...
She says religion is supposed to be that you love, right? But since you're not Catholic, like you said, okay, like your parents, which means that, I don't know, maybe you don't believe in God, but if you did, you would not be acting like this. Okay? Which tells me, and is not unheard of, that a lot of people walk away from their families when a lot of their families are very religious. You will find those people that walk away. They want no part of it. I know a lot of them that are like that it baffles my mind. Like, okay, but it shows, it proves more and more what it says in the Bible about the prodigal son. Okay, you have the prodigal daughter. She obviously is the prodigal one. Okay? And once again, these are the type of people that the left feed on. They don't necessarily go out there and pick them out one by one. They just throw all these ideas over the airwaves because they know that people like her, this poor girl, is going to get it in her head so deeply that anybody on the right is bad, even her own parents. So they sit back, okay, all surrounding their cauldron of lies, feeding it to the masses, and this is what we get, people. And it's sad. It is.
Breaking me and my parents apart because they just don't get it, and they don't get that they voted for someone who's gonna make my friends' lives hell.
Wow.
My life's okay. I'm a white woman, but my friends are not gonna be okay.
You believe this? My friends, my life's okay. I'm a white woman. This is what the left does. They have indoctrinated so many people about this white systemic racism, white privilege, black people and Latinos and whoever being oppressed. Unbelievable. But she's not even looking at the fact that Kamala Harris is not white, so they say, even though, you know, her family tree says different, but that she was just given the chance to become president. She has worked her way up, wink wink, up the ladder from parents that were immigrants to get this far, to sit her ass in the White House. And all this girl could come out and say that a lot of her friends are not going to be okay. She'll be okay because she's white. Unbelievable. I mean, it's just incredible. These meltdowns, I mean, and it's going to go on and on and on. And I'm just giving everybody a fair warning that, you know what? It's not over by a long shot. The left right now are quiet, but give it a day, give it a couple of days. Something new's on the horizon where they're going to start using, they're going to try to do everything that they can to not swear in Trump. We know this. Okay, we know this. But let's play a video from Trump, and then I got a shout out I want to give to Lou Valentino. Here we go.
Well, I want to thank you all very much. This is great. These are our friends. We have thousands of friends in this incredible movement. This was a movement like nobody's ever seen before. And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country, and maybe beyond. And now it's going to reach a new level of importance because we're going to help our country heal. We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country. And we made history for a reason tonight, and the reason is going to be just that.
You know, not for nothing, but I understand there's a transition after Election Day. You know, you have to wait till January and all that. And that's fine. I mean, but with the way things are going on, the way things have been going on, and the way things are going on now, if only he could take the office, like, by the end of the week. Okay? And I'm not trying to sound anti-American, not trying to go against, you know, the way the laws and stuff are. This is just me personally, you know, wishing. And I say that only because of the state of affairs that this country has been in the past 4 years. Okay? It's almost as if, you know what, it's a plea of anxiety. Let's put it that way. Because, like I said, we need to pay attention to what's going to be on the horizon these next couple of months. I just wanted to put that out there. But if you all agree, you know, or kind of feel the same, leave it in the comments, you know. But what it would be if he could just, you know, take over the reins like soon instead of waiting till after the holidays.
We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy?
Oh, and one more thing, I just want to throw it in. I was speaking to someone yesterday, okay? Someone who, like a manager to Dollar General, I think it is. that she told me, Dollar General, Family Dollar. And I'm not trying to put Dollar General, Family Dollar down, but I had asked, I said, did you go vote? And she said, no, not yet. I'm doing it today after work. I said, oh. And I was like, man, it's got to come soon. And she goes, well, just to give you a heads up, it's already been put out, meaning yesterday. She said, after tonight, prices are going up. They're raising prices up again, and they're going to raise them after, right after the election. And I was like, really, more than what they are now? She goes, yeah, that's the word. And if you ask me, that's because they are trying to suck as much money as they can out of the public, okay? And especially for the holidays, before it's all said and done in January. Just thought I would throw that in, so everybody just be aware of that.
But it's a political victory that our country has never seen before, nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president.
There you go. And 46th.
And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future.
See what he said? Every citizen that he will fight. Every citizen. That means to all you lefties out there that are melting down, saying that you're all, a lot of you are going to have a hard life. He just came out and said what he's going to do for every citizen. He said every citizen. Okay, your overlords on the left, don't talk like that. They refer to everybody in groups. Okay, the Latino group, the black group, the transgender group, the Muslim group. Everything is a group for them. That's why you're out there to the girl in the last video that I played that she's talking about that she's going to be okay because she's white. Only the left put that in your head.
Every single day I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve.
There you go. Exactly.
This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have.
There you go.
This is a magnificent victory for the American people that will allow us to make America great again.
There you go. And I'll leave it at that. It's a 25-minute speech, but I'll leave it at that. There's just so much content out there. Like I said, the next few days I'll probably be covering a lot of this and all that. But I just wanted to put this, put this video together for you guys. And I want to, the shout out that I want to give Lou Valentino. First of all, I want to thank him because when he had me on one of his live streams months ago, if you'll remember, he put the word out for people to join my channel, and many of you have come on and have been loyal, and I thank you all for that, and I thank you, Lou. But the reason why I want to put out this shout out was because I was watching Lou Valentino last night because he was covering the election, and I believe he was supposed to be a guest on Fox, so he was like in one of the side rooms, and when he was covering about the win, well, I should say about the ballots being counted in New York, okay, he pointed out that New York was already decided, while there was like I said, I think it was like 8% or 12% of the counting had already started and they had already called it. Okay? And Lou, I understand you got upset about that, and you made a comment about what is going on in New York, like referring to the voters, and I respect all that. But just a little bit of advice, okay? This is the way I see it. It wasn't the voters that let down New York. Okay? And I say that because being born and raised in New York, okay, there are more people out there that lean more towards the right than they do the left. Okay? The problem with New York is that when you got people like Chuck Schumer, Kathy Hochul, Mayor Adams, and the list goes on and on and on, it shows proof last night that they had already called the election, that they're the ones that are in control. They don't care about the voters. They don't. Okay? Because if you remember, and I don't know if you followed it, but in 2020, okay, just one quick story. There was a certain delivery driver who tried to blow the whistle, saying that he was being told to dump bags and bags of ballots from upstate New York or somewhere about that. So it shows that New York is being rigged. They won't. The left and the rhinos will not let go of New York for one purpose, and this is just my opinion. For one reason, I should say, and that's because of the stock market. New York is the financial heart of the world. If they let New York turn red, there will be so much auditing, okay, that there will literally be people going to prison. We're talking millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires. We're talking big name people. So it wasn't that the voters let New York down, okay? I mean, just take it this way. When Gavin Newsom in New York, when they wanted to have the recall, and I've mentioned it on many of my videos, that with less than 30% counted, I think it was, okay, they had already called it for him not to get ousted. They made up their mind. Why? Because look at California. New York and California, okay, the elites do not want to let go. It doesn't matter if everyone in California votes red, everyone in New York goes red, they will find a way to keep it controlled and make it blue every single time. But it doesn't mean that there's no hope. There is hope, okay? And I say that because a person like you, Lou, I think what you're doing, you are making strides for a lot of people in New York when it comes to what you're doing. Out of all the other content creators that are out there in New York and doing a great job on the ground, you're probably the only one, or one of maybe a small handful that has been invited on national TV, that has covered so much, that has opened up so many eyes, that even when your first channel was demonetized, you had no problem starting a new one, and it's going strong. So I understand that it was disappointing not to see New York go red last night, because even I was believing that it was going to go red, but at the same time, I had it in my head already that if it didn't, it wasn't because of the voters. There was too many people in New York, okay, that wanted to go red. As a matter of fact, on my Facebook, okay, I have over, and people may think it's small, but I have over 100 people on my Facebook. Those are people that I have interacted with nearly all my life. Those are my family and my friends. I don't need 10,000 people follow me. Those are them. There are only 2 people, okay, that are my boys, that swear that Donald Trump is the enemy, and Kamala Harris and Obama and Bernie Sanders and the rest of them, I should say 3, okay, 1 because of Bernie Sanders, that are staunch leftists, but they're still my friends. But we're talking about, out of 100, we're talking 97. Look at it that way. That is probably the exact way, I should say in numbers, the way New Yorkers think. From way upstate New York all the way down as far as you can go. You have more people that are tired of the liberal leftist bullshit in New York. But the powers that be will not let it go. That's why, in my opinion, they called it so fast last night. Because had they been given the time to count all those ballots, it probably would have been either a lot closer, which would have gave people more hope for the midterms, or it would have flipped red. So don't lose heart, my brother. Keep going out there. Keep doing what you're doing. You're reaching a lot of people, not only in New York, but around the country, and a lot of people around the world. I mean, you have shout-outs all the time from people in different countries. Okay? So take heart, my brother. I want to thank you. I want to thank all your supporters, especially the ones that came on my channel. Don't give up the fight. Keep going out there. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting engaged, okay? And let people know that, you know what? It's not over for New York, because you're still going to have the midterms. You still got to vote in the new governor. You got to vote in the new mayor. start with the small votes, and I've been saying that for the longest. We got the presidency, we got the Senate, we got the House. Now it's time to start taking the smaller votes. The mayors, the governors, district attorneys, stuff like that, judges. You have to, since Donald Trump's always talking about the enemy within, and it's been said that this country will not be destroyed from outside, it's going to be destroyed from inside. This is where people like you, myself, and others that truly care, we got to start fixing it from the inside on the lower level, so like that it'll grow. Okay? There is no reason why AOC should have been voted in again, but that shows you that she was chosen. She wasn't voted in, she was chosen. Okay? So keep that in mind. And to any of my subscribers that have a one-on-one with Lou, if you guys can shout this video out to him so like that he can see what I said, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Okay? And leave it in the comments if you do. And Lou, I hope you see this video and you listen to my words. Hats off to you, like I said, with what you're doing. I think it's great. So stay strong, keep the faith, stay the course, stay vigilant, don't give up. Okay? So with all that being said, people, thank you so much. Our boy is back in the White House. Okay? We got to look forward to better things, but we still got to stay vigilant no matter what. So remember, people, stay vigilant, keep praying for this country, keep praying for the women and the children, pray for your enemies, pray for Donald Trump, and thank you for going out there and voting. Peace.